Welcome back to the Gumbo Podcast. I'm your host, Richie Rich, a.k.a. King Richard, a.k.a. Polo Rich, a.k.a. Brother Richard, a.k.a. the New Orleans East Beast. I got to talk about the hypocrisy of the right quick, because y'all riding high, you know. Shit, y'all almost converted me, and I'm going to be independent. I can't vote according to party. I got to vote according to issues. So, let's talk about this. Megyn Kelly. I see Megyn Kelly and a bunch of other you coattail bunch of riders. You know, some people just love a winner, I guess. And they're going to say whatever. When somebody wins, I'm with you. Megyn Kelly. I'm old enough to remember when you wasn't really down with the right wing and the Republicans. I'm old enough to remember when you were reveling in people supporting you going at Donald Trump. There's a debate where he embarrassed you. I'm old enough to remember when you were reveling in people supporting you going at the whole Fox News agency and saying it was SA. There was some SA involved. Okay? I guess after they fired you, you found where your bread was buttered at, huh? And you went right on back. Listen, I don't agree with most of what Joy Reid was saying, okay? However, I respect that she was doing it out of how she really felt. She was being genuine. Megyn Kelly, you're not genuine. Okay? We could work with Joy Reid. Maybe we could change her mind. Maybe we could talk to her. We know that if she come back and say something different, then I believe it's because she's had her opinion has matured. You feel me? Megyn Kelly, you seem to have gravitated toward the side that was beating you to death, and you just say, "Well, I quit. I give up. I'm gonna join the club. I'm down with y'all." Yep, I love Donald Trump. Now you love Donald Trump now. There's no racial identity politics. Everybody play racial identity politics. Okay? Most people do. Megyn Kelly, I'm old enough to remember when you said that Jesus was white. And went on a little, and after people try to correct you, now you're supposed to be to Harvard or some Ivy League school. Ma'am, historically, biblically, nothing tells you that Jesus was white. Okay? Nothing. You want to go with the description in the Bible? Go ahead and you look it up. You're going to go with a historical description of the area where he came from? Do that. Okay? Just because there are J people in a certain area that look a certain way, like Europeans, that don't mean those people are from there. Do you understand? Yeah, I'm smart enough to say J people because I just started this. I'd like to be on here. But listen, let me give y'all a little tidbit because, hey, look, I'm a history teacher, okay? Or ex-history teacher, whatever. Semitic people are historically people that are from Africa. They spoke Ge'ez. They spoke Swahili. Do you understand why Kanye West say he can't be anti-Semitic because he is a Semitic person? We are Semitic people. This is Semitic. Do you understand? So because you took a word and they like to say now that words are fluid, okay? Because you made a word fluid, that don't mean it's real. They got something called a cat dog or some craziness them children used to try to watch on TV, and I turn it off every time I see it, but there's no such thing as that. And we can keep saying cat dog, but there's no such thing as a half a cat and a half dog. Okay? I'm not relating Africans or anybody to animals. I'm making an analogy to say that because you keep saying something does not make it true. Because you kept saying Jesus was white, that didn't make it true. I didn't ever hear you come back and say, oh, well, I did some research and now I see that, he was from this area, so we could say he's this, but we definitely can't say he was a European or a white person. Megyn Kelly. You're a hypocrite. Now you're on here rejoicing over this lady on here crying about losing her job. Right? Okay. But then you be the first one to talk about some Jesus stuff. Didn't Jesus teach to turn the other cheek? So you're a hypocrite, Megyn Kelly. Now, let me tell you about this right-wing hypocrisy here. Everything that's happening in with Gaza is fine. Take the people land. Let's move them around. That's what your president say he want to do, right? He want to move them and build something beautiful. Okay? Well, guess what? Now, I'm one to say, you fight a war. The Bible tells you, the Quran, anything tell you, to the victor go the spoils. Whoever win the war gets the booty, right? So if the J people fought a war against Gaza and they won, I'm in America fighting for my people. You understand what I'm saying? When I say my people, I mean American people, because I got white and black people at this point, okay? If that's okay, why do you champion the white South Africans? Dang, Brother Richard, that's deep. Oh, yeah, huh? Let me tell you something. Choosing a political party to me is like a hamster in a wheel. Every 4 years or every 8 years, it's going to flip. And if my son is running against my daughter for president, I don't care who wins because I win either way. So let me ask you this. If the people in Africa say, okay, let's get specific. If the people in South Africa say the De Boers came years ago and they took our land, and now we strong enough to take it back, how they become political prisoners now? How you got so much sympathy for them when they run up in their house, and they are running up in their house in South Africa? Okay, I don't just watch domestic politics. I watch international politics, okay? The black South Africans running up in them people's house, taking their stuff back. And the government is basically supporting it. Okay? So now, let's have a balance. Okay? If I can't say that what the J people are doing in Gaza is wrong, then how can I say that the black people in South Africa taking back their stuff is wrong? You're a hypocrite. Yeah? And you cake them for Donald Trump. And you're going to make the same mistake that the left made. You're going to go too far. I have friends on Facebook that are almost in tears losing their job. Now, I never had a government job. Okay? I've been on both sides of this. Listen. When my manager at one of these corporations asked me to send them 5 bullet points of what I did, it was hard for me to put it into 5 bullet points. And I couldn't wait for them to ask me that, because if you know anything about corporate America, I was taught, and it's true, for me to advance, I had to do 150. Whatever everybody else was doing, 100, I had to do 150. They saving the company $500,000, I got to save the company $1.5 million to get ahead. And I did, because I played that game. That's the choice I made. Okay? I never had a problem doing that or asking, hey, let me know what you did last month. Give me some bullet points on your evaluation. What did you do? What's wrong with that? I think some people have been spoiled in that case. But I digress. Why is it wrong for South Africa to get their stuff back? And it's not wrong for what the J people doing to the Gaza. Why is it? What's the difference? There's a big difference. One person, one instance, these people have historically been held down by the De Boers or the white South Africans like Elon Musk, the white South African. They were historically held down by those people. They took their land and said, we don't want you coming on over here. They took their stuff, and now they taking it back. There's a brother named Ibrahim with a beanie. Boy, let me tell you something. Donald Trump don't want no parts of that, man. This is the stuff that I need. See, if you want to critique somebody, critique what's critiquable. Finding money that people wasting, we all putting in this money, there's nothing wrong with that. There is something wrong with championing historical racists. Is anybody going to get on here and say that white South Africans not historically racist? Racism is not what's in your heart. Racism is an action. That's the only way you can know if somebody is racist, because they do an action. Don't tell me about no what's in somebody's heart here. Let me tell you, a left ventricle, right ventricle, veins, and blood pumping through there. That's in everybody's heart. Racism is an action. So by their actions, they proved they was racist. Okay, the whole apartheid system, the world agrees it was racism. But taking the black Africans, taking their stuff back from the white South Africans, that's wrong. But what the J people doing in Gaza, that's not wrong. You're a hypocrite. Criticize what you can critique. You feel me? Don't come lying talking about these people's Nazis and all this here. Listen, no Jewish person is gonna support a Nazi. Donald Trump is not a Nazi. Okay? So stop saying that. The man got black. He has Jewish grandchildren. He has a vice president with a brown wife and brown children. Stop saying he's a racist. He's freed so many black people from prison. Racists don't do that. He's implemented a pardon czar, a black woman, to say, Mr. Trump, these are the people I think that need to get out of prison. He let that lady out of prison. This lady out of prison was in prison for 22 years. Not only did he free her, he gave her a job as a pardon czar. Racists don't do that. Okay? But now, does he have prejudices, or however you want to say it? I'll let you determine. I know the answer. I'm telling you, if you're supporting the J people and not supporting the black South Africans, you're a hypocrite, sir. Now, let's critique that. And this hammer they putting on the federal government, I don't agree with that, bro. The problem is y'all went too far. Y'all did the same thing with affirmative action. You turned it into the DEI, and now I can't say where the reparations at. Japan got reparations. Chinese got reparations. Dare I say Germans got reparations? And you're going to try to wait us out until we either blend our cultures till we can't identify all the way to say, nah, we don't need that. You had a black president. That's the problem I had, bro. Y'all go too far with stuff, and then you give the people a reason to say, quit it, stop everything. Now, let me tell you a mistake the Republicans are going to make. I don't see nobody that look like me in the Trump administration. Okay? I don't want somebody just because they look like me. But there is an impossibility that there aren't people that are qualified to be in some of these positions. I see a whole lot of white ladies, and I love white ladies, black ladies, whatever. But it's an impossibility that that's the only people that that can do those jobs. That's an impossibility. The problem is when you just hire somebody just on how they look. I excelled in corporate America because of my abilities. It certainly wasn't on my looks, and it certainly wasn't on my charming personality. It was on, here's what you're supposed to do, Mr. Richard, and I did that, and then I did some more stuff. That's just how I was taught. From a child, they doing 100, you do 150, and I've always done that. Right or wrong, that's how I was taught, and it's benefited me. It's always benefited me when I went in with that mindset. Okay. So, thanks for sticking to the end. Hey, look, like, comment, subscribe, share this. Because people look at a lot of my videos and think I'm a Donald Trump fan, and that's just not true. I'm a fan of the truth. I'm a fan of doing what's right to the people, what the people want. Okay? And it's a difference between saying it's going to be equal and making it equal. Appearing to be equal and being equal. I'd rather somebody who don't look like me and is not my gender that's going to do the right thing by me than somebody that looks like me and doing something adverse to what I expect. Okay, Megyn Kelly, get somewhere. Go eat a sandwich or something. You heard me? Donald Trump, keep sticking your nose in Africa business. And Brother Ibrahim got something for you here. You heard me? Now, how about that one? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Gumbo Podcast. I'm still coming. You heard me? And let's try to stand on truth. Okay? In truth, a broke clock is right twice a day. If everything you saying this man do is wrong, something wrong with you. So don't listen at that. If everything this man do is right, you saying, something wrong with you. I just gave you something to argue. Argue that. And stop arguing foolishness. It's nothing wrong with the people saying, justify your job. They got people at home getting a paycheck. We don't know what they're doing. They don't even exist. They're going to work at Papa John's and getting a government paycheck. And I'm still trying to find a way to support my government brothers and sisters, white, black, sisters, brothers, and others. I'm trying to find a way to support you, right? When y'all been doing it for, I don't know, since I've been here, and it ain't working. It's going this way. The money going this way, and the service going this way. So, when it gets to that point, that means it's went too far, and that's when you get the stick instead of the carrot. It's going to go too far the other way. And in 4 or 8 years, we're going to be championing whoever. Independents choose the president, in case you ain't know. Hardcore right wing going to vote right wing. Hardcore left wing going to vote left wing. Independents, we make a decision on issues, and then we vote. Okay? So we really choose the president. Now, here's what I want y'all to think about. Does the president really have that much power? Is he really running the United States? Think about this. One thing they asked Elon Musk, well, let's audit the Federal Reserve. Boy, you could have thought they told him to swallow his foot. He said, oh, yeah, why not? Yeah, you ain't about to do that. So I want y'all to think about who really run the government here. Thanks for joining me. Check me out on the next one. Hey, like, comment, subscribe, and share this. 1.